All right, guys, let's be real with each other. All of these no makeup looks actually contain a lot of makeup. And really they're just usually neutral makeup looks, avoiding like bright colors and such. But we're gonna go over how you do the real no makeup look with actually no makeup. And also at the end I will be doing a little bit on just how to use very slight touches of makeup if you want to get just that little extra pop for maybe more of a standard no makeup look. But this first one will actually legitimately 100% be a no makeup look. What you have to start with is hygiene and skincare. Having good skincare is really how you do create a good foundation without foundation. The first thing we're gonna do is use a little hair remover tool. This is a simple spring one. I'm just gonna remove these little peach fuzz mustache hairs I've got going on. I don't know if you can see them or not. I kind of use my tongue to push it out so that I can roll over it. And it's a really easy way. The springs just grab the hairs and pull them right out. Stings a little bit, but not too bad. It can make your eyes water. I will say it's best to do this like at night when you've removed your makeup, and you might want to do a second cleanser afterwards as well, just to help keep everything, the follicles, the pores that you just opened by removing hair, to make sure they're clean, to help prevent blockages and acne. And what we're going to do next is then brush the brows. I've let my eyebrows grow out for you guys. Grow out and grow in. So you're gonna brush those like straight up, basically. And then I really liked these little curved scissors. And I just cut the parts that stick up above the brow after, brushing straight up. And even just keeping your brows trimmed will really help the hairs to line up naturally the way they are. So you can see like this one can kind of squash down around and it can make it look like there's some more sparse spots. And this one, like now that it's trimmed, you can move it around a bunch, but it's still gonna look pretty filled in because the hairs they aren't gonna kind of clump together as easily. So it's a really good way to make it look like your brows are a lot more even, just by keeping them trimmed. And you don't have to like think about that as much if you go without makeup. Wrong way. I like the curve because it helps create that natural curve that the brow takes, as opposed to using straight scissors. I just find that it makes it easy. Pluck a few strays here. I like to use angled scissor type tweezers because it's really easy to just get this in here and get just the kind of few strays. And it's easy to grab like a small clump of the really kind of light ones. The smaller or thinner ones. Just to kind of clean it up a little bit. And they're pretty much still brushed up in place from trimming them, so it's easy to pick out kind of the ones that stand outside of its natural shape. And next what we're going to do is just wash the face. I've been going through my own DIY skincare series. You can check that out here in this playlist. I have not made one for my DIY face wash just yet because I'm waiting to run out, and I made just like a bottle of it that's lasted me forever because you just put a little bit, like 1 or 2 ounces in a foamer bottle, and I've literally had it for years. It's good timing though because I'm a few years older and I definitely need to make a slightly different formula to best benefit my skin right now. So I'm gonna use a cute little cognac sponge. I also had a video on these as well. So I'm just going to dampen the face. Put some good foam here. And I usually splash my face with cold water a few times as well to make sure everything gets rinsed off. Pat your skin dry, don't rub it. And this is a specific towel. It's just a finer weave. It doesn't have the looped towels because that's going to be rougher on your face, so it's a flat weave. And you can see there's a tiny bit of redness still where I plucked. I'm just going to use witch hazel extract. I also had a video on that. And I'm just going to use it on the places where I plucked or removed hair. Also on any blemishes I have. Got a few little ones kind of all over the place today, but I think I'm getting close to that time of the month, so that's about par for the course. Just kind of help pat that in. And then moisturize. And I also had a video on how I make this moisturizer, which has honestly been my go-to and my favorite. And I preferred it so far over even like more expensive brand bought moisturizers, where I love the brand, but sometimes simpler is better. Just kind of rub that into my hands and then pat onto my face. Again, avoiding a lot of like rubbing or that kind of stretches your skin a lot. Some movement like that is really great for your lymph flow, and it's really great for blood flow. But on the things that you do kind of like every day or twice a day, like for washing your face, I think it's good to not overdo all of the like kind of pulling and stretching motions. Make sure you moisturize the neck as well, and the décolletage. I might just add a little bit where I feel I need some extra. And rub the rest into my hands because it's really good for you. Hands and cuticles. I do have a little bit of under eye circle right now. So I'm going to use my favorite eye cream ever I've been using for many years, which is 100% Pure's Coffee Bean Eye Cream. This stuff has won awards, and a little bit goes a very long way, so this little tube has lasted me a long time. I also, to save money, have made a habit of like only using things when I need them, rather than like every day, especially for a product like this, where it's made specifically for under eye circles. So we just pat on a smear of that underneath each eye and let it soak in. And in the meantime, we're gonna get on to our no makeup makeup. So this is still part of the first one where it's not makeup, but there are still a few things other than just skincare that you can do that doesn't add color or anything like that, but that will help kind of make you look a little bit more put together. One of those things is using a brow wax. I really like this one from the All Natural Face, and I believe it contains castor oil, which also helps hair growth, and I think that's what's really helped my eyebrows to appear more even as well. So I'm gonna use that brush again. And this wax would also be pretty good for the soap brows or feathered brows trend that's going on, which you wouldn't want to trim your brows for, but I'm using this to kind of just help things keep in place. And you can kind of press them down as well to get a little bit more of that laminated effect for that trend also. But that also helps just keep them in place. As always, make sure you use a really good chapstick. What you're seeing here in today's video is also a bunch of my essentials, because there are many, many days, most of them in fact, where I go without makeup. Or do this no makeup look, or do the no makeup look. I'm going to show you here shortly, where it uses just like the tiniest amounts of makeup. Because I do this so often, I've really narrowed down to the absolute essentials for just your skincare, taking care of your face, your body, your hygiene, and the absolute essentials in makeup. So that's what I'm sharing with you guys. I hope you guys like it. And the chapstick that I have absolutely been in love with for probably more than a decade now is Badger's Cocoa Butter Lip Balm. It's been a huge hit with my friends as well, and including my boyfriend, and everyone loves it. You can tell how hydrating it is for your lips. It creates like a protective barrier. I've never used a chapstick better than that one, and I've used a lot. And I use this very frequently because my lips actually tend to get dry pretty easily. But yeah, favorite lip balm. They've got a few different wonderful scents. They're all pretty dang good, depending on what you like. I think this pomegranate one and the peppermint one might be my favorites. You can see that this eye cream is soaking in pretty good. Just gonna rub it around a little bit. Let it finish soaking in. The next trick is to use your eyelash curler, but with no mascara. Super easy, right? This will just give a little bit of curl and lift to your lashes, but without needing to actually apply makeup. So you're just gonna let your eyelashes showcase themselves. And you can see like how big of a difference that can make. Everybody's eyelashes are going to be different lengths and such, but it's a great way to add a little bit of oomph to that without actually adding makeup, and you can see the difference. These ones are lifted. You can just see them better because it tends to be a little bit darker at the roots. So if we lift those up, it'll create a really big difference. And then if you have oily skin, use a translucent setting powder, such as this oil control one from Silk Naturals. And I just use this like around the edges of my face, where I tend to get more like oily enough where it makes my hair kind of greasy when my hair is down. So it's kind of around the face and then in the center, like T-zone of the face. Mostly the cheeks that are not getting at least some amount of translucent powder. And there you go, guys. That is the actual no makeup look. Hang tight because we're gonna do just a little bit of extra to show you how I might zhuzh it up a little bit to still make it look like you're not wearing makeup, but you're in fact wearing a little bit. But again, let's be honest with ourselves. You know, a little bit of care, a little bit of hygiene, and you can really help to elevate your natural look by just kind of taking care of yourself and your skin. And you look absolutely beautiful just here like you are, and don't let anybody make you feel differently, especially yourself. What we're gonna do to elevate this just a little bit, we're gonna take a little bit of brow powder that matches our brows. And I'm just gonna fill in the parts that are a little bit sparser, that are usually darker. So like the outer angle. And just very lightly fill that in. And any spots I feel are a little sparse. Just adds a little bit of extra definition and framing. And then in continuing skincare and this no makeup look, for this part 2 no makeup look. Unfortunately this brand is continued, but using a liquid blush, like this one just has a little bit, tiny bit of like mica powder shimmer to it, but it's just a very lightly tinted blush liquid, and that has like turmeric and other things that are good for your skin. So the point of this is to take care of your skin and to not be applying a bunch of makeup, letting it breathe and showing your natural beauty. But also, if you want to add just like a little bit of color, using a liquid blush that also has ingredients that are really good for your skin and gives a light color is a really good way to do that. Light color, light sheen. Just gives kind of a natural flush. Super subtle. And also really good for the skin. Now, if you do have a couple of spots that you would really like to cover, this is a technique that, what's her name? Her name is completely escaping me right now. She is an absolutely incredible makeup artist that does a really fantastic job of doing anything from natural to really bold or colorful makeup looks, but she just does it in such an artistic, like beautiful way that is, I don't know, it looks a lot more natural even if she's doing bold colors. Her techniques are just flawless. So her technique for covering up spots is to take a little pinpoint pencil brush, and let's say I've got a little one here, and then you just take that pencil brush, and depending on what's going on with that blemish, you could use a different color or a concealer. I'm just going to use my foundation, and you're just going to do this pinpoint type of coverage. I'm also using a cream foundation I've been using for a long time because it is so good for the skin. And that's it. So instead of like applying it to a whole area, you use like the tiniest little brush to just pinpoint where you want that coverage. And you can lightly tap with your finger to kind of blend it. Super subtle, right? Super subtle, super easy way to do that. And then what you can do is also just to put a little bit of mascara very lightly. We don't need to do the wiggle waggle and get it like worked in there as deeply as possible. Just want a really light coverage to darken up those lightened either tips, or if you're a redhead or very blonde, just give a light tint to your lashes. Again, you can see how it looks natural still, but it's very obvious the amount of difference. And you can make sure it doesn't clump by pushing these around, kind of positioning them how you want. And that in and of itself makes a really big difference. And then I think that you should celebrate your natural lip color, whatever it is, because the way that our shades of skin just like intermingle and make different shades all over our bodies and in things like lips, I think is really beautiful. A way that you can help enhance that, again, use a good chapstick. You can also use a clear lip gloss, would also be fantastic. If you have very neutral lips, you can also take a light pink that would match your natural pinks kind of somewhere on your body. I know this looks super bright, but just take a tiny bit on the lips. Or on the finger. Apply starting at the center. And that just gives a very subtle tint to the lips. And you can also do this with a lip tint. But a cute hairstyle, cute outfit, and of course, the confidence in knowing that you are in fact beautiful just the way that you are helps a lot. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you enjoyed, you know, more of the actual natural no makeup approach to the no makeup look, because let's be real, and let's be real with ourselves and real with other people, because all the no makeup looks that are just like basically neutral makeup looks, and actually wear a lot of makeup, like, is basically catfishing. Like, if you're telling people you're not wearing makeup or that it's a no makeup look and then you put on all this stuff, like, come on, let's just be more honest. Now, don't get me wrong, if you guys have been here even for a little bit, you know that I love crazy makeup looks, and hair stuff that I've been doing recently has been pretty wild too. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, because there'll be lots of more fun stuff coming out as well. Because, you know, guys, I'm not judging people who want to do crazy makeup looks. Just putting out there that this is a little bit closer to an actual no makeup look. And then the first portion that I said, you can stop right there, because that is actually a no makeup look and just skincare and grooming. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this approach, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. So guys, please take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next one, doves.